retired rider. Retired rider. Gather round, folks, and listen to my story about John the retired rider. 30 years on the back of a hog. The rest of those years was sitting on a hollow log. Don't get the wrong idea about me. I will explain it the best I can. He's a damn good looking man. He's a hot-blooded American bike rider up in Ohio land. Going as fast as he can.
Old Mac. Thank old Mac for that one, man. That's
Yeah, I like that.
Morning, everybody. Morning,
Yeah,
David.
I like that, dude.
2-4.
I'm going to see if I can get over here to the... Okay, get it separate over here. Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's pretty neat, though, that, you know, how that... You type that shit in and it... So did Mac have to come up with the lyrics?
He came up with the lyrics. I didn't. I just told him to write a song for me or do a song for me, and he did.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I didn't know if you had to actually put in the words.
Yeah, you got to put in some kind of words to it, I'm sure. Then it does the song for you.
Yeah. What's up, Jamin? 2-4. That's all I can see. Quick shoe. What's up?
Quick shoe.
Yeah, I can't see much.
Got a fresh dusting of snow this morning. Man, don't even talk about snow. I'm sorry you're having snow. I don't want no more snow.
No. I don't want to see white.
Man.
I want to see green.
Yeah. I want to see good, warm weather.
Yeah. It's
He did a song for you 2-4. I think he's doing a song for everybody.
I think it's kind of it's hanging around in the mid 50s to the 60s for the next few days.
Yeah, here
at nighttime it's been getting down to like 45.
It's only going to be 40-something degrees today here. 46.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then I think Monday it goes up to 74, and then it goes right back down to 50-something.
See? That shit's, man. Can't make up its mind.
Yeah, it's going to rain, though. When it's warm, it's going to rain, of course. You know how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said we got some rain. We got a little rain yesterday. Not much yesterday. More, kind of like a little storm came through and held, and that was it. And it I think it was just mainly a cloud. And then,
well, you had thunderstorms the other morning, didn't you?
Yeah. We had some hail and stuff like that. But it cleared up in the evening. I mean, it cleared up before noon, and
it was sunny all day here yesterday. It was about 65 degrees. Today,
I could deal with that if it stayed that way, you know? I mean, stop dropping to 30 at night, you know?
Exactly.
Because that's what's hurting.
You know, we sound like old men sitting on a porch talking about the damn weather. That's what we sound like.
Well, I'm in these mountains. I'm afraid I'm going to lose you, so... I mean, hopefully I don't lose you, but... Man, it's like they get started on the road, they come over here and tear it up, and it says, hey, groove pavement.
More salty.
Be careful for motorcycles and all this, and then they leave, and then they've got a road sitting here half tore up.
Easy. It's not the Raysmoto show. It's the John and Raysmoto show. Get it right. Morning, Easy.
Morning, guys.
Rays on the road.
I just can't stand that, man. I can't. They come over and tear the damn road up and get you in a different lane now that you got to drive in a crappy ass detour lane where they chopped the road up, and they're cutting the mountain out and trying to secure and build a new road, I guess. And then they leave. Then they ain't been here in 2 months working on it. They just sit here with it all tore up with, you know, those big orange barrels sitting on the side of the road everywhere. And I ain't seen a worker in 2 months on this road. And they come over and tore it up. And now it's like, why ain't you fixing the road? You could have had it done by now.
Yep.
Doesn't make sense. Like, why the state?
Doesn't make sense.
I know it's it's the state. I know it's the state because of their equipment. So why is the state not getting to work? You know what I mean? Any quicker than that? I could get it. I understand if it's county, because the county sucks, man. They take forever to do anything. Or I know at least in my county. In my county, they do. But here's the thing: they get paid by the hour. That's why they don't give a shit. You know. But when you're a state worker, man, you usually get paid pretty decent if you got a good, you know what I mean, qualified job. If you're foreman or something like that, you know. But usually they don't. I've seen them work on highways for a long time, but because they got a long way to go. But certain roads, they usually try to knock those out, especially with the traffic that comes through.
4 hours a night.
They usually try.
Ray never gets any sleep.
Yeah, I only get about 4 hours. I was hoping your brother was going to hop on.
Yeah, no sleep till Brooklyn. He talks in his sleep, I'm sure. Yeah,
I do.
Trust
me. My wife would hit me and judge me. Shut up.
I told my wife yesterday, I said, you know what? I don't think I've ever met anybody that talks as much as Ray does. She goes, well, that's a good thing, ain't it? I said, well, yeah, because if there's any there ain't no dead air time. I'll tell you that much right now.
I don't know, man. I don't know where it comes from.
That's all right. Just got to be you, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
It's just there, you know.
Not a damn thing wrong with it.
It's just if you ever want to hear me quiet, honestly, if you ever want to hear me quiet,
mute your mic.
No. You'll seriously, like, if you ever want to see me quiet,
I've seen it too, boy. Go ahead, man.
Let a police walk up to me or pull me over. I don't say shit.
You don't say shit?
No, I never say anything to the police.
Somebody get the police. Somebody get the popo.
If I'm out at an event and there's police and security coming up and they're trying to talk and be cool, because that's what they try to do. They try to fit in. I'm like, man, you ain't nobody's friend. You're the enemy, dude. Like, you are the people that, like, oh, hey, yeah, talk all cool to you, but then as soon as you leave, they bust you, pull you over, and
Was it you or was it somebody else that sent me the video of the autistic kid getting killed by the
me?
cops?
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was horseshit, man. That's horseshit.
Yeah, they had 6, 7 cops and they all shot him, and it's like, and he had there's a fence between him and the cops. It's like, what the hell, man? He didn't even have a gun.
No, he had a knife. He did have a knife, but still.
But so what?
The fence was going to stop him, dude. He was not going to cross that fence. I didn't like that, dude.
That's why I can't stand those cops.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not that I hate all cops. It's just the point of you have the right to shut up. You know what I mean? You have the right, because they have the right to lie. Like, it tells you they're allowed to lie to a certain degree to manipulate you to giving them an answer.
Entrap you. Entrapment.
Yeah. So that tells me right there, I don't trust anybody, you know what I mean? Anyways, but I sure as hell don't trust the cops. Now, I don't go around angry at them all the time or none of that. I pay them no attention, because the more you just don't pay them attention, you know what I mean? If you're not doing anything wrong, don't pay them attention. Hell with them.
Crazy salty.
So
I'm hearing an echo. You got something on? I'm hearing an echo.
My uncle was a military police, and then when he got out of the military, he became a cop out here. So I don't have any issues with police like that, you know. But there is ones that, dude, your license or an ID is like crack to them. Like, they can't not stand it if you do not give your ID to them or your license. You know what I mean? First thing they say, you got an ID? No, you don't have to have my ID, buddy. I'm not doing anything wrong, you know. So it irritates me, because it's like, if you ever watch any videos or anything like that on cops, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's like crack, dude. They cannot go. They cannot. They have to feed themselves. Like,
hey, sick.
Where's your
How
ID?
you doing,
Give me your
man?
ID. You know, can you step out of the car for what? A busted headlight or a speeding ticket? What does that have to do with me getting out of the car? You know, no, buddy, I can't, because in my fucking Fourth Amendment, this is my property, my papers, my rights. you're not allowed to touch it, seize it, and take it without a warrant. And I don't have
Got
to
him
get
going. I got him going. He's on fire.
I'm just saying, man. People fought for a constitution. They wrote that for a reason. Why?
Yeah,
If anybody
they
knows
did.
the real reason, it's so our government cannot,
No
do
sleep
it the
till
way
Brooklyn.
we have rights because, to
Yeah,
keep our government from freaking, violating us and doing all that. Well, police is government. People don't realize that. I don't care if they work for the city, county, regular cops. They still are the government. And they supposed to follow rules.
yeah. I agree. I agree with you.
And anybody that doesn't stand up for their right, you're going to lose them eventually. If you don't, use your rights, then eventually we're all going to lose them if we don't, protect them and use them. So it's like I said, it's not an issue like I hate the police or nothing like that. I just pay them no attention because I'm not out here doing wrong. I'm not committing crimes. I'm not,
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you,
I'm
Easy.
not breaking the law. If I see them, I don't panic. I just keep going.
I pity the poor alien that abducts Ray. They'll send him back in 2 seconds, man.
Yeah, you'll have to read. Hang on a minute. I can't see the comments, so.
Hey, American. It's good to see you, man.
Man, my ears are popping like crazy. Going on these mountains.
If you shut up, usually it gets them so mad that they usually violate your rights and detain
Oh,
you.
yeah, if you don't say a word,
Listen
yes,
to it.
sir.
Don't egg him on.
If you keep quiet, dude,
Walmart.
Well, here's the problem. They've got so used to saying, oh, you're resisting, or you know what I mean? They use resisting. They use that, and
hey, Rob. Good to see you, man.
You're not complying. You're resisting. Failure to comply. No, you didn't give me a lawful order. You know what I mean? It's not.
Right.
It has to be like, and for them to ID you in the state of Tennessee, we're not a stop and ID state. You have to be arrested before they can ID. And you better get it on camera because that's your right. Anytime you get in front of the law, anytime you freaking better record everything. And that's your right to record. And when you ask them that question, though, say, so am I under arrest or am I being detained? That's the only way they can get your license. And you get them on camera saying that, their asses will get fired or you don't have a lawsuit because they violated your rights. Because they've told you, yes, you're going to go to jail for not showing ID when this is not an ID state.
They said, but Six says they will send him back and say he is broken. They won't take you, Ray, because you talk too much.
Yeah, they took me all right. Took me straight to they took me straight to prison. Yeah, they'll take you. They don't care who you are.
Yeah.
They don't care. There's a place for everybody. You hear me? They got a place for everybody, man.
Hey, it's the wife's birthday today, man.
Oh shit! And you're on here?
Oh, she's at work right now.
Oh,
but yeah, it's her birthday.
So buy her some flowers and all that shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm taking her to she's having a
I ain't bought
birthday
my
dinner
wife.
tonight. Then she's having a birthday dinner tomorrow with the kids and the grandkids, and she's gonna have a good weekend. Yeah.
I ain't bought the old lady, but flowers twice in 21 years.
What the hell's wrong with you, man?
She don't like them. She doesn't care for them. She's old.
Yeah, some people don't.
She's old soul, man. She's like, don't waste the money on flowers. Don't do this. Now I'll buy her jewelry. I've bought her jewelry, but she can't wear it at work. It's a violation. So I bought her diamond rings, earrings, necklaces. She can't wear them.
Thank you.
So usually I just take her out, to dinner and stuff like that. The kids to do something for her, and get her something. And like, even Valentine's Day, I don't get her flowers. She's like, that's a waste of money. Don't do it. So I don't do it. But yeah, it's not bad over here. Like I don't need the heat on in the car. You know what I mean? Like it's not to that point. It's 47, it says. So.
Oh, shit. 47 ain't that bad.
No.
Not for it is for a hide, but I think
Single
I'm gonna.
those doggy
I
toes
think,
and
I
those
think
cards.
I think this weekend will be a good weekend to have a few drinks because going through all that, dealing with the grandkids and all that, I love my grandkids. Don't get me wrong, but
Well, yeah, but
I,
it's always good to
I
be able
got
to sit them
parties
home.
to go to, grandkids to deal with, birthdays to go to. I got my son's doing a gender reveal. Him and his wife doing a gender reveal. I got to go to for my got a grandchild to be
You
born
better film it,
sometime.
dude.
I got. I
See,
think it's
I'm
on August.
stupid. I would do something stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I would
Yeah.
film it, but I would do something stupid. I would say something stupid.
I thought his battery died. Nope, he's just breath. Yeah. So,
I would do something stupid that would offend a lot of people.
21-year anniversary. Easy Lim said we just celebrated our 21 yesterday. I took her out, 3 pugs out to the Polar Treat for dinner and ice cream. Yeah, actually her birthday's today, and our anniversary comes up May 4th. We'll be married
May the
6
fourth be
years.
with you. Yes.
We'll be married 6 years on the 4th. My first wife I was married to
6 deadly
26
years.
years. 26 years for my first wife. This is my second wife, 6 years. We'll see how long it lasts.
6 painful years, he said.
No, I mean, I love my
I
grandkids. I love my grandkids, but when Easy said, "Are you glad they go home?" Yeah, well, you spoil your grandkids if that's what he's saying, and then you send them home. Whereas when you were raising kids, you couldn't do that.
No,
So
you had to send them to their bedroom.
now you just spoil them and do that for a night. We just had them. We had 7 of them over a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that's a lot.
At one time. Now on the 18th, we're going to have more of them over, and then after that, we're going to have the littlest ones over, the babies. So it's just because there's certain age groups, but we just can't have all 11 grandkids over at one time. It's just
babies. Yeah, I don't know if I want. I mean, I enjoy the kids. There's times I miss when they're little, but like
awesome,
that. Just seeing them and visiting with them for a night is good, like the babies. But I don't think I could handle not that I've already been through the stuff now. I don't think I'd want to try to handle babies for another go around. Like, would not want to try to be raising babies anymore. Like now, if my daughter had a baby and something was to happen and I had to, I would do it, but it would be tough right now. Like not like livable tough, but like physical, like
I'd have another kid. My
running
wife can't
constantly,
have kids, but I'd have another kid. Why not? Why not?
No.
Why not raise another one?
I'm saying I could give a kid a good home. I raise my girls they're real good kids and everything. And what time is it, man?
Hey, Ray, it's 8:18 here. I don't know what your time is.
Yeah, no, that's what I need to know. What the hour advance 8.
Hey, Ray, does your kids talk like you do?
The younger one does.
Does she?
Yeah. The older one, you wouldn't.
No, she's there.
Yeah, she went through high school with one friend, never spoke to anybody, and never.
She was the one was she the spoiled one? Was your oldest one the spoiled one?
No, none of them are spoiled.
Really?
Yeah, we treat them all the same, man. No, they're not.
Well,
if we bought one thing, we'd buy the other one. It was never.
That's taught her how to spit.
It was never like if it was one's birthday, my wife would still buy the younger one like 2 or 3 gifts too. That kind of shit, like.
Yeah.
No, we never believed in spoiling kids. Do I have a favorite? No. There's no way.
Well, now my sons are different because they pick their favorites. They favor me. So my oldest son, or my middle son, he stays in touch with me constantly. My youngest son, he not so much. He does his thing. He's kind of what they call reclusive. He kind of just him and his family, and they kind of just stick together, which is fine. And my oldest son, which is really my nephew, but I raised, help raise. But he sticks to himself too. He don't really.
That's
he don't
how
really get
that's
involved
how
in
me and
much.
the old lady are. We stick to ourselves. We don't really hang out with our parents and family a lot. You know what I mean? We don't.
Right.
We're living our own lives. But now my daughters, no, they're good. I mean, I look at my 16-year-old, and she, to
It is
me,
huge, Dick.
it's
It
like
is
me
huge.
when I was that age. You know what I mean? Like the music, the clothes,
That's a good idea, though.
the way she acts, all that. She's outgoing, talking. She loves everything. She wants everything. She wants to do everything. Dad,
I think I
Alice
might have.
Cooper is coming to Nashville last night. You know what I mean? He's going to be coming, because we just took her to see Deftones and the last week, and we take her to these concerts, and because she's just into all that stuff, and so.
Right.
But the older one, if she says, "Hey, can we go do this and that?" We'd do that too. You know what I mean? We would do the same. But the older one, she's more just now that she's got her boyfriend and all this, and she's in college, and she's kind of into her own stuff. You know what I mean? Like, but even though she
Yeah.
still lives at the house, she's just, she does her own thing. She's very quiet. She's like her mom. I mean, her mom's very quiet. Like,
Yeah.
and it's no offense towards anybody. She's just shy and just doesn't talk. She's quiet. And my wife's the same way. She's like she would go around my family, and it took her, like a year or so to even open up and start talking to any of my brothers or my family. I mean, we were friends for like a couple of years before we even started dating. And it took forever
Right.
for me because we had a group of people we run around with. And there was like 8 or 9 of us, and we were always, hanging out every weekend and every night, just about, we were all just having fun and stuff like that. And then, it ain't like, oh, we hooked up and we were friends for a long time
Right.
before we did. But no, like she's a real, like we would all be, 8 or 9 of us would be all partying and hanging out, drinking, having fun, blah, blah, blah. And you'd see my wife, she'd be sitting over there, sitting on the couch, real quiet by herself, just sitting there,
Right.
and just, just that's the way she is. She's very like, and people take offense to it. They think, oh, she thinks she's better, this and that. No, she's like a mouse, dude. She's quiet. She's not very
There's
loud.
some of my brood right there. There's some
know.
of my brood right there. There's my dad. He's 85 years old. There's me, my wife, Kim,
Yeah, I didn't
me,
care for him, Rob.
Coy. There's a lot of my grandkids are in there. The little one right there is my grandkid. My grandkids right here. My grandkids right there. That's some of my family right there. My granddaughter excited about Sunday. We are going to the motorcycle show Sunday. Been talking about it all week. Took stuff to the show until and sounds like a good time, Salty. But that's some of my brood.
Sounds like he's getting back to moving around a little more.
Oh yeah, I like seeing that, man. I like seeing him in the shop. I like seeing him getting his, doing his thing. That's awesome, man. That helps out a lot. It helps you out a lot when your mind is getting involved in stuff, and it helps you physically too. Helps you physically heal.
Dude, don't get me started too far. I love it.
Yeah, don't get him started, man. Oh, Jesus Lord.
I have fun on the golf course, man.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm actually relaxed. Like when I ride motorcycles, it's therapy. It actually relaxes my brain and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I do talk, but not like, yeah, I'm not like rudely talking where people are like, hey man, I'm trying to hit the ball, none of that shit, But seriously, like, man, the Masters are going on.
I'd be sitting there trying to hit that ball, and Ray would be going, talking about something. It'd be like Boomhauer. Was it?
No.
Like,
I would not do that. Trust me, I've played golf for too many years to do that.
No, golfing is not a sport. Don't call it a sport, Salty. It's not a sport. It's an old man's game.
It's a game, and it's a game. You're really playing yourself. You challenge yourself. I'm telling you, dude.
I like putt-putt golf. I beat everybody in the family in putt-putt. All the grandkids. I beat everybody in putt-putt golf. I mean, I could.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. People don't realize how fun it is.
I will do putt-putt golf.
How fun it is to get out there and play. because everybody just judges it, like they do everything. And it's like, oh, that's not this sucks. That wouldn't be fun. Man, trust me, if you like something to challenge you and to see if you could actually do something, go play around the golf. Go, not even have to do that. Go to a Top Golf. Go somewhere where you can hit golf balls. Dude, it ain't as easy as people think. It's a skill
I don't
game.
think I could. I mean, I have played golf 4 years ago. My buddies taught me into it, and I hated it. But I don't think I could swing that golf club now with my hands and my back and everything the way it is.
Yeah, you got to be in shape, man.
Yeah.
I mean, look
you
at
do. Really, it takes a lot. It takes a lot
Yeah,
to do that.
these pro golfers right now, dude, they have gyms with them everywhere they go.
I joke about it, but
in the gym and fit.
Yeah, I joke about it, but golf, you have to have some physical ability to do it.
Hell yeah, you do.
Sure.
You better hope you don't pull your back out either. And that's not being funny. I mean, like when you swing, dude, if you're not practicing or loose and like, if you're not a daily move, like if you're not moving around and warmed up and stuff, if you're just like, oh, I ain't done nothing in a year or 2 years, I'm gonna go play golf, dude, you're gonna come home and you're gonna have pulled muscles, your legs, your back, your arms. You're gonna be in some shit pain. It's not as easy as everybody thinks. I've played since I was 14 years old. I played for my high school. Man, I love those tournaments. I've played now I don't go religiously like every weekend. Last year, I think I played, 30 something times. I don't play every weekend. I don't, I ride a lot of more, I ride. So between riding and playing golf, that's my therapy sport, to ride. I get my wind therapy, my time on the bike and enjoy that. And then, I can't see that. Started, he's already in 5th gear. Golf is usually a quiet sport. Yeah. Happy Gilmore. Got nothing on me. I tell you what, dude, I want to see the second one. I actually want to see if it's going to be worth the count, I don't know. I should have brought some breakfast with me.
Pull the muscle playing golf? Question mark. Maybe an eardrum if Ray's on the golf course. Hey, but you know what? Ray's a good sport, man. He could take that kind of stuff. Some people
I don't have thin skin, man. I don't have thin skin. I wasn't raised to be a pansy. I was raised by pretty much my 4 older brothers. You know what I mean?
Rob says next topic on the list is home brewing. I made a basket once. What did you say? Quick.
I mean,
I made a basket once.
Like we had a single mother, raised 5 of us boys, and every day, y'all look after they called me by my middle name back then. Growing up, that's all they call me. And my brothers still call me by it. But, so I was constantly with them, and they, so I was pretty much raised by my 4 older brothers, and their friends. And that's why I always connected with the older crowds, because I was always around their friends and stuff growing up as a kid. Yeah. So I was always around older dudes showing me the way and teaching me the way, and I mean, I was a freshman in high school hanging out with all the singers. My brother was a singer, and I was hanging out with all those people. I was never, I never even hung out with anybody in my own class or any of that stuff. Didn't care about those people. Just didn't take time to try to get to know them or anything like that. Didn't want to. I tell you a sport. If I could have played, I would have liked in high school. I would have liked to play baseball. I was a baseball manager for the high school when I was there, and I loved baseball. I could pitch. I used to pitch. In high school, I was pitching, I don't know, at my freshman year, like 86 mile an hour. Something like that, I think. And I would practice.
Really?
Yeah, I would practice pitching. And and my golf coach was the baseball coach, because we're, small town. So, and when the golf season was over, he looked at me and said, "Hey, you got anything to do, now that the season's over?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Why don't you come over and I'll put you as a manager on the baseball team and give you something to do. You know, we were, you know, he's a good dude, a good old guy. He still is. Goes to church, you know, with my mother and all that. He's still a good old guy.
Hey
And
Ray, was you in the debate club in school?
no, I never. The only thing I done in high school was I played golf, and I was a baseball manager. That's it. And that was it. And that was just to kind of say, hey, I love golf, and I did, and I wanted to play, so I played. Baseball manager, like I said, he just drugged me. He was like, hey, you want to come over and give you something to do? And that way, you know, kind of.
I used to play
You know,
softball. I
yeah.
liked softball. I could hit that damn thing
Oh,
right out
yeah.
of the park. I could hit the ball right out of the park, man.
Well, we would play pickup games like, you know, co-ed and stuff. And then I could play when I was younger, I would play, even though I wasn't supposed to, but I could never play on a real teams like for school or nothing like that because doctors prove it. So I would play pickup games and stuff. Yeah, I enjoyed softball like that, the co-ed and all that. But there was, I was a good pitcher, man. I mean, I had fun. I wished I tried to get the doctors to approve it where I could just pitch.
Hey, Ray, I got to let the dog out, so it's all
Yeah,
yours
go
for
ahead.
a moment.
Let's see. I didn't know that was in the way. Okay. Dude, my mom went through a lot, dude, having 5 boys. Trust me. We put that woman through hell. I'm telling you. We were hellions, man. We were hellions. I don't know how she didn't have nervous breakdown. She probably did. We just didn't know it, you know. I'm serious. Like, we put that woman through worry and just constant, you know, constantly in doing stuff in trouble, not like real bad law trouble or nothing, but you know, just fucking up the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, just. You're listening to it now. There's a recording of Ray talking in his sleep. It's out there somewhere.
Back this way.
I mean, that's all right, though. I swing in my sleep, too. Like my old lady, she knows not to try to wake me up like that because she knows I swing. Be nice to that dog.
Well, wants to go out and she don't do anything.
Yeah, I love that when they say, here, let me go out. And then you start to do it and they don't want to go or do nothing. They're like, no.
It's like, what the hell, man?
They can't.
Either shit or get off the pot, you know?
Yeah.
Shit or get off the pot.
Yeah.
Man. Now she'll come in here and want to go out again because that's what she does to me. She'll go out 2 or 3 times before she does what she needs to do.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to salty, not let everybody hear the outside noise, man. I'm done driving.
I was the guy at the party that made sure all the alcohol and drugs were consumed. Oh shit. I did, you know, I other than smoking a little, you know, I didn't do it.
You would enjoy partying with me in high school.
I drank a lot. I drank a lot. I mean, I drank a lot of beer when I was a kid.
See, I didn't care. I drank some, but when I got to Florida, but I didn't really like walk out drunk, stumbling, puking. I never drank like that.
I never puked. I'm
saying I would never drink like that. Living in Florida and going to the clubs, I was 19. I was having fun. I mean, big time. I would drink, social drink, I guess that's what you call it, you know. But I never got stupid drunk, drinking like crazy and where I couldn't drive or I couldn't do anything, you know. And
I have. On my 50th birthday, I got so smashed. I drank a whole. The bottle was about this big. I got one of the bottles in the daggone fridge right now. Vodka, straight vodka.
Ugh.
And then I drank all on top of it the whole evening. They had this big 50th birthday party for me. By the time the party was over, they thought they were going to take me to the hospital because they thought I had alcohol poisoning, which I did. But anyway, I couldn't walk. I'll just put it that way.
God,
But my wife got drunk. My wife got drunk. She couldn't handle it. She's a lightweight. She was throwing up in the bathroom, kept going to the bathroom. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? Why are you throwing up? Because I just wasn't used to seeing anybody throw up when they were drinking. But we went home. She's throwing up all night. We stayed at my sister's house because it was close to where we had the party. And then I drove back home in the morning, and she's like, will you stop? Will you drive straight? I'm like, how am I going to drive straight? I said, I got to turn. I got to make the bends. Stop doing that. Drive straight. I'm like, I can't. Okay, if I drive straight, we're going into the river. I mean, if that's what you want me to do, I'll do it. But anyway, we get back to the house in the morning, and she's still throwing up, and I'm out there eating breakfast, and I'm ready to rock and roll, man. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Because I never really had hangovers. I never really had any kind of hangovers. But I know a lot of people get hangovers, but I didn't get any. And she was done the rest of the day, man. I mean, she was wiped out the rest of the day.
I could never.
And we had a Randy Travis concert we had to go to that evening, and she was still messed up, and I was ready to go. I was fine.
Damn. Yeah, I had a brother that liked to drink, and I just never could get into it.
Not
man.
Randy Travis. I'm sorry, Travis Tritt. Travis Tritt. That's
I never could.
Ahead.
I don't know. I would drink it, but I never cared for the beer, that taste and shit. It was like, I never understood why someone would like it.
Oh, I used to love Miller. Miller High Life. That's what I used to love. To
this day, it still tastes like piss to me. I guess I never acquired the taste. I was never a beer guy. Now, you fix me a rum and Coke or Jack and Coke, yeah, that's cool. I'll have one or two with you, but nothing, I'm not getting drunk. I'm not getting wasted. If I go out to eat, like if I'm on vacation and we go out to dinner somewhere, Dude, my wife.
Look at this bottle right here. You see this bottle? You see this bottle?
Yeah, I see
That's what I drank. That's what I drank when I first got to the party, and I drank several after that.
Yeah, so, I would have. Well, I wouldn't have been partying. I'd have been out.
Yeah. So, that's the best you can have. Grey Goose vodka. That's my jam right there, man.
A beer? I haven't drank a beer since I was 22. Or no, I take that back. I have. I've drank a beer and a half in the last 20 years, I guess. 20-something years. Yeah. I don't drink.
Grumpy. Hey, Grumpy, I didn't see you in here, brother. Grumpy said, 2019, I got so hammered in Ohio, I thought I was going to die. Flipping moonshine. Oh,
yeah, that'll get you.
Oh,
man.
You're talking about devil water, man. The devil water.
You're talking about something that'll make you crawl, man. That stuff's bad.
Says I haven't drank since Thursday.
Well, I mean, I never acquired that. I was more like the pothead. You know what I mean? Seriously, I admit it. I smoked a lot of dope.
Yeah, I did. I smoked a lot.
I started as an 11, 12-year-old smoking pot. My brother smoked it. I thought it was cool. I started smoking it. Man, I smoked it up till, I smoked it for years and years. And I'm talking about I'd roll a big fat blunt, like constantly, roll a blunt. Man, I loved it. And
nothing wrong with that.
I haven't smoked. I've took a couple of hits off a joint. Other than that, a couple of years back. Other than that, I ain't smoked marijuana probably like a good smoking, consistently smoked. Probably since I was, 22, 23 years old, 24, I guess. I just quit. I had my first kid, and I was like, there ain't no sense of it anymore. The last time I smoked any, I was 20 or 21 the last time I smoked anything. Smoked a lot, man.
Dude, through my teenage years, I drank Miller High Life and I smoked weed almost all the time. I mean,
I loved it though, man. I loved the pot.
Well, we would sit out on the porch, me and my friends, and some girls. We'd sit out on the porch and we would just smoke and have a good time and laugh and cut up.
Well, yeah, it was never criminal. It was never.
No. We were at home.
That's why they can't get through their heads. Like people say, "Oh, yeah, it make you do this and that." Like, no, it don't. It never make you do what they say. It's if you smoked it and just hung out, you didn't get out and commit crimes and do stupid shit. You know what I mean? And what's funny though, this is what's funny, and this is what gets me. You see these older people going and buying marijuana for medical use now. And they're the same people that like hated it and would, go against you on it. Oh, that's a drug. That's a gateway, this and that, but now you see them all out, in these smoke shops and buying marijuana and buying, oh no, and all that,
Yep.
it's like, why did you get on to me when I was younger? But now you're chiefing like you're a chief, in a freaking tent, like they're clam baiting in a tent. And I'm like,
Grumpy said, I hated smoking pot. I liked speed.
I like speed balling.
Pete, pot and beer is my jam, 2-4 says. There you go. Nothing wrong with that, man. Everything in moderate. I don't do it anymore. Like I said, I haven't smoked any in a lot of years.
Yeah, I wouldn't, man. If I could hit a joint, I'd probably be passed out. I'm not joking, dude. Like, I ain't smoked in that long.
I got to get my quick goes. I got to get my garden going for next year. I grow my own. There you go.
I mean,
you're in Ohio. It's here in Ohio. It's legal. You can go right down the road.
Tennessee and Kentucky, man, they still like country.
I mean, you can go right down the street here at the dispensary and get you whatever you want. They got all kinds, all types, whatever you want.
Tennessee and Kentucky will be the last states that ever legalize it. They're the most.
I think Indiana will be the last state.
No, they're the most states that hate it, dude. Tennessee and Kentucky and Indiana probably, but they're the most kickback against it, and they're like so against it. And I'm like, dude, they just can't see the benefit of it,
Grumpy old man snorting crystal meth. What? What the hell?
Yeah, I don't go like that fast. I never went that quick. I never got into
never
that.
Quits my thirst. Always made me thirsty.
No. With my heart, it would have blown my heart up. I could never do any speed.
Oh my God! Everybody's truth stories are coming out this morning. That's all right.
I never got into that kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie. I've done some good drugs.
I'm so old. I remember when pot was $20.
I've done some good drugs in my life, but I've never done that stuff.
Yeah, but I don't think it should. I think marijuana should not be. It should be legal in every state because
I do too.
It's no different than me taking that thing of vodka and downing it.
You're more. Yeah, you'd be more. You would be more likely. You would be more likely to wreck a car drinking than you would smoking.
Good morning, Moto. Good to see you, man.
Morning. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm serious. You would be more.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I drove a lot of times. I drove plenty of times after smoking, and I've drove a few times after drinking.
I was like Granny Mayhem or something. I would barely be in driving. I was cautious, looking at everything. I drove perfect.
But I don't condone that. You shouldn't smoke and drive, and you shouldn't drink and drive.
No,
even after just
and I don't condone drinking and driving either because I got kids on the road.
Don't condone none of that stuff. I don't condone none of that.
And there's bike. We're all out here on motorcycles. I don't want anybody drinking and driving. You know what I mean?
No.
I got kids on the road. Here's the thing, though. I just don't get it. I can go in a store and buy alcohol and go home, get drunk, whatever, drink it in my car that I don't supposed to, and then get out here and drive. But I can't sit here and smoke a joint like I would a cigarette. And I guarantee you, more people are more paranoid over marijuana and they're driving than they are, drinking. Your abilities go out the window. You have no thinking. You have no, you know what I mean? When you're drunk, like literally when you're drinking and you get that point, you have no, you don't have any like stops in your head. Like, okay, I can't, don't speed. No, you fly. You think you're going to get away. You think you're going to do this. You think you're Superman. You know what I mean? Superman. When you smoke pot, you're relaxed and you kind of, I don't know, man.
Yeah. I didn't get, I was able to pretty much stay under control when I smoked marijuana. Now, when I drank, I could, and it takes a while for me to get drunk. I don't just get, some people can have a few drinks and they're gone. It takes me a while. I mean, I got a very high tolerance to alcohol, and that's what almost took me down the wrong road. I almost became an alcoholic when I was a teenager.
I was going to say you're probably a fucking alcoholic.
So, I mean, it takes a lot to get me there, but
but when I'm there, let's go.
But yeah, that's the problem, though. That was the problem. But Yeah, I have a high tolerance for
Okay,
that,
people, I know it's my doctor's appointment. I'm sitting in your fucking parking lot.
So. Well, I'm sitting in your parking lot.
They're texting me saying you got an appointment at 9. I'm like, yeah, no shit. I'm sitting here waiting on you to open.
Here's what Tennessee, Kentucky don't want to legalize pot because it's going to ruin the shine business. Yeah, probably.
No, it's going to run their little scams that they get to pull people over and arrest them for little seeds or marijuana smells and shit. That's
Salty
the dumbest
says
stuff in the world.
Salty said, what I got from this is if you're going to drink and drive, make sure you and burn a fatty so you drive safely. So you're driving safe.
No, Tennessee, they know. I think they know that it's not profitable to them. You know what I mean? They don't see it as they're making more profit by busting your ass and putting you on probation, making you pay a fine, than they would
Morning,
be.
Dave. Pot is king. Morning, Dave. Good to see you, man.
And I love it, dude. I love to grow it. Dude, as much pot dude, I'm telling you, I can't even say the things I've done with having marijuana.
Yeah, be careful.
When I was 17 in high school, dude, I had over 40-something pounds in my house. You know what I mean? Like, I'm that kind of pot dude. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Hey, guys, I wonder what Ray is like when he smokes. Is he quiet when he smokes marijuana, or does he talk even more?
There's times. It just depends on the pot. You know what I mean? It depends on how much I smoke. Now, what would get me going is I could drink and smoke. And dude, I'm like the life of the party, people would say, like I want to have fun. I don't want to hear no one crying, oh, my dog or this or that. I don't want to babysit. I'm not going to babysit no drunk. I'm not going to babysit anybody. I don't want to be around people like that. I want to have a good time. I want to have fun. Let's get out and let's have a good time. You know what I mean? Let's enjoy it.
Yeah.
I never wanted to put myself around people that was upset or depressed, you know what I mean, when we were drinking or partying. I never did that. I was always like, let's go, let's do something. If we're going to do this, if we're going to have fun, let's do it. Let's build a bonfire and call and get 200 people here. You know what I mean? Let's have a good time. You know what I mean? Let's, or hey, let's go to the lake. If we're going to ride to the lake and go to the lake at midnight at night, you know what I mean? And jump in the lake and have fun, build a fire and, just have a good time, man.
Dave says 240 minutes post ingestion, you are deemed fit to drive. Let's ride. That's right. I mean, I don't know. I don't do it anymore, but I don't knock anybody that does.
No, I don't either.
Do you, man?
Hey,
live your life.
Tell you the truth, man. It's been like a year ago or 2 years. I don't know. Yeah. Whenever Frog came to Tennessee, that's the last time I took a hit off of anything.
Yeah.
So
now, some people marijuana makes their pot, whatever the hell you want, weed, whatever you want to call it.
Dope.
Some people say it makes their heart race. So I don't know. People have any
it
kind
could.
Of heart issues.
If you have, it just depends on. Like I said, nowadays it's like they got so many different kinds and they breed it so much. You can actually pick what you want it to do. So back then it was just hell. There was some grass, man. We got some grass, and and we smoked it, and whatever it did. We never knew. Oh, this is for your leg, or this is for this is going to calm down, or this is going to make you go. No, it wasn't like that. It was like we just had pot. You know what I mean? We had a bag of grass, and that was it. And we smoke it, and whatever it did to us. So some people, they would be quiet in the back seat, and they'd never say a word and move. They'd get real quiet. Some people would talk and want to and it just depends on the person, man. Right. We would clam bait, dude. We would roll up the windows and smoke down.
We would do that in the van. We would pull up in the van. It was a big old Dodge orange van.
My cousin had
teardrop windows on it. Had the bed in the back, and we had girls in there. Of course, girls and guys. And we would pull up and pull that sliding door open, and it would be smoke just bellowing out of that damn van.
Yeah, my cousin had a 72. My cousin had a 72 Super Sport Nova, and the windows was so fucking dark, like limo tent. And we do the same thing. We go and we would sit somewhere and we would clam bait so fucking hard, dude. I mean, it was ridiculous, man. And we'd be fucking. I mean,
Hey Ray, are you getting the rubber gloves treatment today?
no,
Easy
man.
live
This is
wants
a
to know.
specialist. This is
They're
this
just
is a.
messing with you, man.
Oh no, this
They're
is a
just
blood
messing.
specialist, man. I go to with my heart.
All right, 2-4. Thanks for hopping in,
Yeah,
man.
no,
I
I'm not
appreciate
doing
it.
that. No, this is a blood specialist, guys. I go to 3 different specialists every month with my heart. I go get
Yeah.
blood drawn, a pint of blood. I come over here and get my blood work, and they test. They do a scan, and every 3 months I get a shit. What's it called?
Don't they ever jump your shit about quitting smoking? Don't they jump on you
Yeah,
for that shit?
every time I'm here, dude.
You need to quit that smoking, man.
I get tests done like they do the heat and dye test through my heart and all that stuff. They do, I do a lot of stuff. So, I mean, they want to make sure my old thumper's still thumping. So,
I can see the doctor now looking at the chart and seeing Ray and is next in line, and he's going, "Oh my God, it's Ray."
no, they look at me and they think, no, dude, I'm not. I don't really spend a lot of time in here. They know what they're doing. The nurse gets me in and sees to a lot of the stuff, and then
Wow, Grumpy.
the doctor comes in, and I'm in and out pretty quick. But today, like I said, I'm just doing blood work today. Like they'll draw some blood and
Hey, you. Good to see you. Good morning, man. Thanks for coming in.
and nothing major today. That's next month, I think, or something, maybe, or the month after.
Yeah, I got to go in like.
But I come here every
to get
month.
my
I have to
blood
come here
work.
every month and get my blood drawn or get my blood work and get.
I gotta go every month too. I go every month to get my blood to make sure my blood thin or where they want it. My blood thinners are where they want it. But
They're
this
just
month I got to go. This month I got to go get my lab work done. You know, they check your cholesterol and all that good stuff.
yeah. Now, when the doctors see me, they're like, "Man, I still can't believe you're walking." Like they don't understand. Like because my condition's so rare that it's like it amazes them that I'm like here, like here. Weird, man. So, but
Well, yeah, it's good that you're still here, man. That's a good thing.
yeah. I know, and I'm happy. I praise. I thank God every day.
Be thankful that you're here. Thankful that God spared your life, man.
Yeah, He did it for a reason. I just ain't found out why. But
Well, I already know. He gave you a calling. Talk, talkity, talk.
what?
You'd have been a good pastor, man. You'd have been a good preacher.
I don't know if anybody would have took my teaching, but they would have. You ever see those?
Or a politician, a teacher, a preacher, or a politician. That's what you would needed to be.
Or a lawyer. That would have been good.
Or a lawyer, yeah.
Could have argued.
Yeah, but your closing arguments would last 3 weeks. Nobody would ever get out of it.
I was going to say, I've been to churches, man, where the pastor's like, damn, I thought he only preached till noon. You know what I mean? Why is it 1 o'clock? Why is he still preaching? Like, you don't want to quit, And I'm like,
yeah,
I'm ready to go.
It's like, come on, man. It's noon, man. It's not supposed to go past noon. Yeah.
Well, I got to jump off here, man. I got to go in. It's time. So,
all right, brother.
I'll hopefully be in and out within an hour. So, I don't know.
All right, man. Well,
all right, to everybody.
Everything's
yeah.
Hope everything's good. Let me know.
Not butt specialist. Okay. All right, guys.
See ya. There he goes. Wow. Yeah, thank you so much for the support you have shown the channel. Thank you for the love. All right, Dave. And we got, hey, it suddenly got quiet. And see you, Ray. Later, Ray. Yeah, he's going on into the doctor. I don't know what to do without Ray, man. I don't know. I'm used to being quiet all the time. So I don't know how long we'll run this live stream. I'm here by myself, except for you guys in the chats. I'm all alone. Yeah, I hear crickets, man. Let's stop for a minute. Wow, silence. Silence can be golden sometimes. Shoot. So what's the plans for you guys this weekend? Who's doing something exciting? What's happening? What's going on? Let me know. Anybody want to? Yeah, let's see. We only got a half hour to go. You're the judge, man. Pass your judgment. Shit. I don't know. I don't know. It changes the whole live stream when Ray disappears. So you notice that? It changes everything. Guess my brother didn't want to get out of bed this morning. He didn't come in. I sent him a link. I guess he didn't want to come in. He's been battling a tree that fell on his shed, so he's been working. Cold and rainy. Nothing going on quick. Yeah. Nothing. I got a lot going on this weekend. Like I said earlier in the live, I got the wife's birthday. I got kids' basketball games and volleyball games. I got gender reveals and all kinds of stuff going on. It's going to be a busy one. And I don't feel that great. I didn't feel that great yesterday either. All right. At the very least, the mayor. Yeah. How's things going, Dave? Everything going good, man? I don't get to see a lot of people's videos. Sometimes I don't get, it takes a while for me to catch up watching everybody's stuff. So I will catch up to people's stuff. It's hard to have two channels. Keep your channel, keep the Retired Rider going, keep the Rabbit Hole going. It's hard to keep all. And I started another political channel, and then I decided I slowed back down on it because I'm like, damn, 3 channels? That's just too much. That's too much. So for right now, I just think I'll stick with the Rabbit Hole and Retired Rider. I want to come over and ride on the wrong side of the road. Well, there he is. I knew he couldn't stay silent long, people. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, gentlemen, I knew he couldn't stay quiet long. There he is. Okay, now I'm in the waiting room. All right, brother. You're in the big waiting room, and then you get called back into the small waiting room. So it's like you're in the large waiting room, and then they call you back into the small waiting room. Could just spend a few on the Road King this weekend. Yeah, the good Road King. Hope it's running good. Hope your bikes are running good, Dave. Everything's good. Hope everything's going awesome for you, man. I know you had some bee sting issues and some swelling. I've seen that. I'm the same way. If I get stung, I swell up like a freaking balloon, man. It's horrible. It's horrible. It'll make my eyes swell shut. It's crazy stuff. And getting stung while you're on the road's even 10 times worse, man. It's horrible. It's horrible. Road King is a beast. Yep. What the hell are we going to listen to now? I don't know, man. It's quiet now. Now it's just me. I'm used to being able to just go off into la la land and just, think about my day while Ray does, all the talking. I'm not used to it. It's weird when he's not on. He's a good guy, though, man. There's a lot of, I'll take this opportunity to say there's a lot of great people out in the community. A lot of great people that come in here on the chats. A lot of great channels. We'll throw out some shout outs on the live. Why don't we got, Dave's channel, great guy, great channel. Check him out. Raysmotolife. He's, you guys know him. Great channel. Motorbomb Virginia. Sick Bastard. Mr. Ray Gregory Rides. I mean, I could sit here all day and name it. A lot of great channels out there. Mythical Rider, Frogzilla's channel. Everybody, so many great channels out there. So many great lives. So many great places you can go to. If you're bored and you want some, go hang out. There's so many chats you can hang out. You got the morning coffees with Sick and Moto. You got all kinds of stuff going on. Don't forget tonight we are going to have late evening live where no kids allowed. 9:00 tonight. So if you ain't doing anything, hop in. We'll talk about anything and everything you want to talk about. I don't care. It's not made for kids, so we'll keep the kids out of there. Managed to get AI music to do a song like, okay, I'm going to have to check out your stuff, Dave. It's been a while, man. I'm going to catch up with some stuff. More crappy weather forecast for us this weekend, so not much on the schedule. Gotcha, brother. Hopefully my wife's new wheels show up today so I can get them on her bike. Okay, that's something to do. Dave, that's awesome. American Uncensored says, the wizard walks a twisting path. All right, cool, man. We'll check it out. Yeah, legends. What's that? Some of the best channels are the ones we never see or find. I don't know what you mean by that, but okay. I can go with that, Raysmotolife. But there's a lot of great channels out there. There's a lot of, you know, the smaller channels, in my opinion, are the best channels, in my opinion, because um, they know what it's like to be a small channel. When you get to be a big, huge channel, you forget the smaller channels, and you. It's like anything in life where people get to be big in anything they're doing, whether it's their job or whether it's whatever it is, and they forget where they come from. They forget that at one time they were a small channel, and they forget they kind of just forget everybody down beneath them, and we shouldn't do that. Yeah, more authentic. Thank you, Sick. Absolutely. More authentic, more real. See, that's what I like. I like a channel or somebody that does a channel. I like them to, guys, I'm real. I'm going to tell you like it is, the facts. I don't try to step on people's toes. I don't try to piss people off. I try to respect everybody. But, I'm going to tell you like I see it, how I feel, and I'm going to put it out there like I do with the Harley Davidson videos. I'm going to put out the facts. If people get butthurt about it, it is what it is. But, I mean, that's what it is. I like to see people that are honest, who they are, show who they are, show their real personality. What you see here on the screen, this is what I am all day. This is who I am all day. I'm sure Ray is what he is all day. I mean, just be you. Just be you. And if people don't watch, to hell with them. That's what I say. That's how I look at it. Yeah, they're more authentic. Yes, small channels. That's what I meant. Yeah, okay, gotcha, Ray. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I just like Friday night. Anyway, Friday night here, waste it very comfortably. There you go. Yeah, I like the authentic. I like, when channels, we were talking about this the other day. I'm sure Easy remembers, and everybody that was in the chats that day were about channels when they get so big, then they start getting sponsors and they start, I don't know, they just change. There's so many channels I watched change as I watched them over the years and they grew. People just change and they're not real anymore. Be yourself. Don't try to do your channel after somebody else is what I'm trying to say. Don't try to make yourself look like a different channel or look like a different person. I understand sometimes we might admire people and say, "Hey, I like the way they do their channel. I like the way they do this and they do that." But if we copy everybody or we try to be like somebody, then we're not being us, and then people miss out on the real you. If that makes any sense, does that make any sense? So always put your real self out there, who you are, and just be real. I mean, that's just, that's the way I am. That's the way I approach it. And if my channel don't grow past 5,000 subscribers, so be it. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just going to have fun doing it anyway. That's what I do it for, is to have fun. I like hanging out with you guys in the chats. I like people commenting on my stuff. I like to go back and forth. It's just fun. It's a fun thing to do. Yeah, commercial. Exactly, Dave. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just gotta have that, just be real. Just be you. Like you see me on the rabbit hole when I get passionate about something or a subject or a topic. I mean, you'll see like this past rabbit hole. I mean, I'm passionate about stuff. And that's what you're going to see. You're going to see me. You're going to see me how I am. You're going to see me how I react to things. You're going to see me being real because that's all I know how to be. And sometimes people can't handle that. Some people can't handle, telling it like it is and being real. And I'm not being mean about it or anything. Don't be mean to anybody. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying my personal feelings and how I feel about stuff. I'm a real boy, Ray says. Party tonight and ride tomorrow. There you go, Dave. Hope you have a great, great, great ride tomorrow, man. It's looking like I won't be able to ride for another week or so. Rain, 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 rain's all it does. Get warm weather and it rains. And when it's not raining, it's too cold. So it's one way or another. I'm a real boy. Oh, yeah, Ray. Yeah, passion is real, 100% authentic, but sometimes it offends people. They don't like that you really strongly believe in something and you put it out there. But it's okay It's like I've said many and many, many, many times on my channel, and I know it probably, people get tired of hearing it, and that's okay too. But, agree to disagree and move on, and let's just, it is what it is. If something offends you and you don't like it, you can always turn it off. We always have that ability to switch over to something else or hit that button. Let's see. 23 degrees this morning here. See, that sucks, man. That sucks. I don't know what the temperature is right now. It ain't very warm. I know that. It's probably 30-something degrees here. So, no riding today. Yeah, exactly. I'm here for a good time, not for a long time. Yeah. Well, I'm here for a good time too, but hopefully I'm here for a long time. But that's up to the man upstairs. We'll see what happens. We'll see see how long he wants me on this earth. So, yeah, I mean, just have fun, enjoy life, and don't worry about anybody else. And I know people get wrapped up in what people think about them and other people's opinions about you. Don't worry about that stuff. You know what I mean? Let them have their opinions. Let them think about what they want to think. Who cares? Who cares? You can't worry about what other people think. Got to be you. Got to be you. Do your thing. What did Sterling say? I'll never forget the first thing I ever heard Sterling say. Sterling Will. The first thing I ever heard him say was YouTube. It's something about YouTube. YouTube, it's about you. YouTube is about you. YouTube. That's what YouTube's about. They sell their soul to YouTube devil. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can sell your soul to, man. You sell your soul to the company you work for. You can sell your soul to YouTube. You can sell your soul to a lot of things. Happy-go-lucky. That's right, Quick. Just be happy. Let's all just be happy. It's all good. We're human. We're gonna disagree on things. We're not gonna see everything the same way. We're not gonna, not like everything. We're not gonna do our channels the same way. And I mean, but that's what makes the world go around. We're all different, right? We all offer something different. We all offer different. We all look at things differently. We see things differently. We offer a different opinion about it. We look at it differently, and that's what makes the world go around. If we were all the same and all our channels were the same and we all did everything exactly the same, that would get awful damn boring, wouldn't it? Softy's always good for a laugh, man. I tried to sell him my soul, but found out the shop Snap-on dealer had a lien on it. Yeah, boy, I remember those days, Salty. I owed so much money to Snap-on, Mac Tools. Man, I remember when I started out in the business and I had to buy all that stuff. But I had a lot of stuff before I went into the business. But when I had to buy the real stuff, you know what I mean, Salty, the real tools, not, the real stuff you had to have, the specialty items, all that stuff, specialty tools. Man, I spent a lot of money oh my God. And now I don't have any of it. I sold it all. So I had scanners. I had a lot of money. And I mean, geez, a lot of money. Yeah, I mean, I finally got mine paid off. I paid all my truck accounts off. I paid all my truck accounts off before I retired. So I wanted to make sure I had that done. I paid everything off. And then when I retired, I didn't owe them anything. But I owed pretty much Snap-on and Mac up close to where I retired. So I owed them for a long time. But I paid them off and I sold everything off. I sold my tools, sold my toolboxes. I sold, because if I didn't sell all that stuff, I really wouldn't have a place for it now. And if I didn't sell it, I knew that it'd be sitting there and I'd be like wanting to try to get back into it and say, well, I can't let that stuff sit there and all that money go to waste. So I sold it all. But the only problem with selling all those tools and selling that stuff, I didn't get my money back. So that didn't happen, unfortunately. I just hope I leave my footprint when I'm gone. Raysmotolife. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We all hope we leave our footprint. But do people? I mean, how when you're gone, how long do people remember you? Really? I mean, they say about 2 weeks, and you're pretty much forgotten. You're pretty much forgotten. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm different. That's a fact. Hey, we're all different. There's nothing wrong with that. $500 a week for life. Well, mine wasn't that much. Well, probably between the two they were, between Snap-on and Mac. Yeah, it probably was. It's a lot of money. A lot of money, Salty. A lot of money. My tools got stolen in 1990. Holy shit. I had that happen to me once. I took some tools from work, and because I was doing side work, Salty knows I'm sure all about this. Did some side work from outside the shop, was doing side work at my garage at home, and I had my trunk full of a bunch of tools I took from work. Came out the next day, and guess what? Somebody must have seen me put the tools in the trunk, and guess what? All gone. All of them stolen. That was not a good morning. That was rough. We are just a fart in the breeze, is what Six says. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, USA, love you. He's got to go work on a 260. All right, Dave. See you, brother. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I'll get caught up on your stuff and your channel soon, man. Lawless Thieves, yeah. I stopped trying to be a mechanic in '89. It's a rough life being a mechanic. Salty can attest to that. I mean, it's a rough life. It's rough on the body. It's rough. It's rough on your hands. And when you have, like I do, degenerative joint disease, spit it out, John, and all those issues, it makes it worse. But hey, I'm going to tell you what. I made some good money. I made some good money over the years. That's why I'm able to do what I do now, which is nothing. I made some good money over the years. I made a lot of good friends in the shops. Had a lot of good, made a lot, which I don't, they're gone now. I mean, they're not gone, but I don't hang out with them anymore because I'm not in the business anymore. But every now and then I'll stop in the dealerships that I worked at and a few of the other shops and just hang out and talk with them for a while. That's kind of cool to go back, see everybody every now and then. When I worked at dealership in the 90s, I got fired for knocking out a salesman for getting in my toolbox first. Yeah, that was a big no-no, Salty. They knew better to get in my toolbox. Now, I have one salesman that had a key to my box, but he was a friend of mine, so that was different. But everybody, if they would come and ask me, John, I need this or I need that, and I would loan it to them. But don't you get my damn toolbox without my permission. I didn't do that to any other mechanic, anybody in the shop. We never did that to each other. If we needed something, we would always loan. If somebody needed something, we would always loan our tool out. If somebody needs something, somebody needed something, hell yeah, go ahead and take what but ask first. Don't just go in my toolbox. That would drive me crazy. That somebody get hurt over that. Yeah, let's see. Same here, John. I made good money with that way. Why ride a great bike? There you go, man. There you go. There you go, Dave. Grew up in the junkyard turning wrenches since 1968. 1968. Dude, that's the year I was born. 1968. 56 years old. 56 years young. 56 years young. 1968. Great year. Hell yeah. All right. Hey, don't forget, if you guys are in here, hit that like button. I didn't even say that today. It's not that important, I guess. But hit that like button if you're in here. I appreciate it. I always appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with us in the morning. My throat's starting to hurt because I'm talking so much. I'm not used to talking. July 1968, October the 3rd, 1968 for me. I give my guys $100 weekly tool atonement to help them stay out of my box. There you go. Yeah, that's awesome, man, that you give them something. I never got anything like that from dealerships or anything. They never gave us no kind of nothing, man. You had to buy your own tools. You had to keep up on the tools you needed. You had to stay, if you needed a specialty tool, you had to go get it yourself. They didn't provide anything. Now, I will say the last dealership I worked at and I retired from did supply the scanner. And It took me a while to get them convinced that they needed to get one because I was in charge of the used car department. I worked on all the cars in the used car department. What I wanted to do, some stuff I sent out, some stuff I sent to the service department. I was separate from the service department. So we had the service department, the used car service department, and I was in charge of the used cars, whether we kept them, I inspected them, and whether we wholesale them or whether we sent them out to a different dealership to be repaired. I only had to do the work I wanted to do. So at that point in my career, I was getting down to where I couldn't hardly do things as much as I used to with my hands, and my stuff was starting to fall apart. So I sent a lot of stuff out and did it that way. But yeah, I was pretty much in charge of the used car department, which was weird because most shops ran their used cars through the service department, but they didn't want to do that there, and that's why they called me, and they wanted me to head up the used car department, the service department for the used cars only, and that's what I did. And that was a pretty good gig, I'll say. I made really good money there. They took care of me and they paid me well. It was Hag Ford up here in Lawrenceburg, Aurora, Lawrenceburg area, and my my boss, the sales general sales manager, Jason Harvey, he took care of me. He took care of me, and we did really well. And we did really well for a few years there, about 5 years there, and things kind of fell apart. You know, those kind of things happen. And I was starting to think about retiring anyway, and it was a good time to go. And I said, you know what? I think I'm just going to call it quits, and that's what I did. But we didn't get no tool allowances or even boot allowances that I remember. They have a 40-hour guarantee, $100 weekly tool bonus, paid training, and licenses are reimbursed. That's pretty good, Salty. That's a good deal, man. Can I come work for you? I'll be there, man. You need somebody? 40-hour guarantee, yeah. Well, when I was doing the used car department and I was heading up that, and I was the head tech in that, which I was the only tech in the used car department. I did them all. And, you know, like I said, I was the one that decided whether we wholesaled them or kept them or repaired them or whatever we did to them. I got hourly. I was paid hourly, and I was paid pretty damn good hourly. So it was cool with that. But my years prior, I was on commission based. You know, I had a certain amount of money I was guaranteed, and then I had worked on commission. So, yeah, some people don't like commission. Some people like the hourly wage. I did notice that my guys that worked under me in shops, when they were on commission or something like that, they worked harder and they found more work. When you paid them hourly, they worked less. You know, but you got to give them something. You got to give them an incentive. You know, got to give them an incentive to push the work out and do the work and find the work. Because I had many guys that worked for me that they, you know, we had certain inspections and how we did it and all that. And I would watch them and they wouldn't do the inspections right. And I'd wait till they put the car down back on the ground and they're looking at it. And I'd go look at their sheet when they're seeing what they found. I'm like, no, this car's older than that. Let's see what we can find. My deal was you could find something on every car that needs something. Every car needed something. Every car needed something unless it was brand spanking new, and sometimes they needed something. I'm like, don't tell me this car doesn't need anything. This 10-year-old, 5-year-old car, 3-year-old car, 4-year-old car don't need anything. So I'd put the car back up in the air. I'd go back through it with them. I'm like, here you go. And I would find what the car needed. So there's maintenance items. There's all kinds of things. And it would piss them off. But I'm like, you're supposed to be inspecting this car. This is what we're here to do. We're here to make money. We're here to make this place profitable. And if you're not inspecting the car right, you're not doing your job right, we're not making money. The dealership's not making money. I'm the head of this department, and they're going to come after me. So we're going to make money. So you got to inspect these cars. My guys average 88 plus hours if they get guaranteed there's a problem or they were off, sick, etc. Oh, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good, Saul. Pretty good. Yeah, I always did good. I always did good when I worked under commission or flat rate. I always did good because I busted the shit out. I didn't play around. I did quality work. I had almost no comebacks at all. I mean, I've had a few over the years, but that was a big deal for me. I did the job right. I did it quickly, and I moved it in, got it in, I got it out, and went on to the next one because that's how I made my money. yeah, I had a guarantee, but I also had, if I was on flat rate, I did it that way, or it didn't matter if I was on a guarantee plus commission, whatever it was. I made sure the car was in and looked over, repaired correctly, and out the door as fast as I could, because I had to make money. I had to make money. There was times in the shop I could have, depending on what the car needed, what it needed to be done, I could go through 10 cars a day. 10 cars a day. So, you had to bust ass and you had to move. And that's what I expected my guys to do underneath me when I was the lead tech or whatever the case was. And one place I was the lead tech, the manager, and you name it. I wore a lot of hats. But I worked on cars at the same time. So I expected my guys, to put it out, man. I didn't ask them to do anything that I wasn't doing, and I didn't ask them to work harder than I mean. Just work hard. Just do the job. Because I had to answer to people. I had to answer to my upper management. I had to answer to them. I had to answer to GM, general manager. I had to answer to that. I had people I had to answer to, so they were going to answer to me. But pretty much, for the most part, through the years, I think I fired quite a few guys. I didn't fire them because I fired them because they deserved to be fired. They weren't doing their job, and I didn't like that. And that my biggest thing was no comebacks and 100% quality. I want it. If you're going to do the job, do it right. Don't play around. Do the job right. I don't want to see it back in here again. I want it to. I understand sometimes things happen, especially when you're doing, diagnostics. Things happen. I get it. But if you're doing brakes or if you're doing whatever, brakes and engine work, I didn't care. Get it done right the first time. I didn't want to see it back in the shop again. And when I seen it back in the shop again, I got really pissed off. It really bothered me. And I'm like, we can't have this. Get it done right the first time. Get it out. Let's go. Let's roll. So anyway, wow, I started talking like Ray there for a minute. Well, enough of shop talk. I miss it though. There's some mornings I wake up and I miss it. I miss the routine of getting up and, getting to the shop, getting the shop open, getting the compressor fired up, getting everything ready for the day, firing up the computers, getting everything ready for getting everything ready for everybody, getting the heat turned on, getting everything, because we heat it with oil. Our used oil is what we heat it with. We heated the shop with, and getting everything fired up, getting everything ready to go. I miss those days. There's days I miss it. Let's see. I was in sales my entire career, food sales for restaurants and hospitals and schools, and I don't miss one damn bit. I get you, man. I get you. I dock for comebacks because I always give them give them to a different tech for a second set of eyes. Yep, done. Well, I was the second set of eyes, Salty. I was the second set of eyes. I was the one that would bring it in, see what they did wrong, blah, 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 blah. But I would not send it over to another tech. I would make sure that tech that worked on it did it right, fixed this screw up, whatever it was, whatever he missed, whatever he did, whatever I found, fix it and fix it right. And they did not get paid for that. They did not get paid for that comeback whatsoever. They fixed it, and that's the way it was. And they would get pissed off. Well, you're not going to get paid to fix a comeback that you screwed up, something that you sent out that wasn't fixed right, wasn't repaired right. I'm not going to pay you for that. You're going to fix it on your time, not my time, and not my dime. That's just the way it is. What time is it, folks? Well, we got 9:23. We'll hang out for a few more minutes, and then I got to get the weekend started. Birthday weekend for the wife. Hopefully she has a good time. Oh, Ray. Where's Ray? It does get quiet when Ray's not here. Waiting for my boss to call, going back for my 34th year driving a septic pumper truck. I thought you were retired, Quick. Thought you were done. I thought I seen where you retired. You're going back? Did you retire and you're going back, or you just never retired? I could have swore I seen somewhere that you retired. I tell you, being retired, it's got its ups, but it's got its downs too, man. I miss that. I mean, I've had dreams, unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever you want to look at it, that I was back in the shop. There was times I hated being in the shop, but there was times I loved it too. I mean, I loved it. When I first started out working the automotive industry, I loved it, man. I loved it. I'd pull long days. I loved being in there, man. I loved being in the shop, learning stuff, doing stuff. I mean, it was awesome to me. Then as the years went on, it wasn't so much, but I love being in the shop. You're going to work for a few more months. Okay, gotcha. If he calls, maybe they don't need me, right? Okay, gotcha. Working for a few more months. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. No, I wouldn't go back now. Not full time. No, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Anyway, fellas, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to hop off here, get my weekend started. Don't forget tonight, 9 o'clock here on Retired Rider. We're going to be doing a late night, early evening. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, live. Not for kids. Just hang out, just have some fun. If you got nothing else to do, come on in, hang out with us. We might invite some people up on stage with us, and if you want that and want a link, let me know when we're in the chat or when we're on the live tonight. And don't forget the rabbit hole coming up Sunday night. We're basically talking about does it mean you're crazy because you believe in conspiracy theories? Are you a nut job? Are you a whack job? So we'll be discussing that on Sunday night. And I think we got Motobomb Virginia has his coffee coming up today, I think it is. And then I think Sick does one on the weekends. So check that out. And there's all kinds of great channels out there. Go check those channels out in their live streams. Mythical Rider, Fogzilla. There's so many. Grumpy Old Man. There's tons of them. Check them out. Like I said, hope I can see you guys here tonight on Retired Rider for the late night show. And then again on the Rabbit Hole on Sunday night. And then back here on Monday morning on Retired Rider. Anyway, you guys have a great day. And I will see you on the next one. Appreciate you guys coming in. So like I said, have a great day. Be safe out there no matter what you're doing. If you're riding, whatever you're doing, be safe. And we'll see you tonight, hopefully. Take care now.
Retired.